Oh, they uploaded the actual FEH trailer for the new heroes. Shit. Should we do that real quick? Yeah, we already know we already know everybody that's gonna be here. So Lysithea
Your order?
deals 1 damage to herself. I wonder if that's in Desperation 4 or if that's in her perf. She's a flying colorless tome. I find it strange that Lysithea, of all characters, gets to have a perf skill called Mastermind. Like, why her specifically? Shouldn't, like, Robin have that? Whatever. Baked Treats enables Kanto 1. Already pretty good for a ranged flyer. Like, so special trigger, start a turn, inflict speed res, -6, and sabotage on nearest foes within 5 spaces of unit. Okay, that's really good. And foes within 2 spaces of those foes within the next actions. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants it XP +6, neutralizes effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks, and neutralizes foes' bonuses to speed and res. I think she has everything she needs to be strong, because one of the main ways that people play like summoner duels and stuff is by like stacking buffs and bonus doubler. But if you can just like negate those buffs to speed and res, then Lysithea will do well. Yeah, she also doubles debuffs, so she kind of like she somewhat counters unity stacking, which people also do, kind of in the same vein as bonus stacking. Yeah, she doesn't have damage reduction. She has no way to pierce damage reduction, but I imagine she'll be lowering your res so much, and she'll be so fast herself that there won't be that many damage reduction effects that are going to activate against her. Yeah, she's just a crazy nuke. I think negating buffs and, like, punishing debuffs are helpful skills to have if you're trying to kill Omni-tanks. Also, NFU is what she needs as well. NFU will help her, not so much against Omni-tanks, but against, like, save armors. But wait, there's more. She also has a perf A skill for some reason. What is the icon? I can't tell what the icon is for Mastermind. At start of turn, deals 1 damage to unit. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed +9 to unit during combat, and deals damage equals X plus Y. X equals... Sorry, Nibblerat. Came here for Pikmin 4 and got Fey. X equals 80% of highest total bonuses among unit and allies in 2 spaces of unit. What the fuck? Is there a cap on this? 80% of highest total bonuses, okay. Y equals 80% of highest total penalties among target and foes in 2 spaces of target. I think that number can get very high. The extra damage she gets from Mastermind seems kind of overkill to me. Kind of reminds me of Yune, where she's just gonna like stack a bunch of attacking power just from debuffs. She seems a little overtuned to me, but maybe that's what you need to sell seasonal heroes. She also has Desperation 4, which is new. Inflicts speed -4 on foe during combat. That's start of combat if unit's HP is less than or equal to 99. Why can't they just say less than 100%? This always annoys me. Wouldn't less than 100% be the best way to express this? And unit initiates combat, or number of spaces from unit start position to end position are greater than 2. And unit initiates combat, unit can make a follow-up attack before foe can counterattack. So this is really interesting, because this means you can just get the Desperation effect if you put this on, like, a Cavalier. Or actually just anybody that can move 2 spaces. Yeah, it pairs well with Clash. For sure. But literally anybody that can move 2 spaces. Yeah, there's 2 different conditionals. You can do one or the other. I don't know if I like the fact that they just, like the main drawback of Desperation was that you had to have low health. And with this 1 tier 4 skill, they're like, we're gonna make the damage conditional, like, much easier to get. We're gonna do that for you. But also, you don't even have to meet that. You can just, like, move 2 spaces. Desperation 4 seems strong. It'll be good for, like, breaking miracle effects. This is a good Summoner Duels unit, I think. both in terms of like Lysithea herself and inheriting Desperation 4. Yeah, this unit is very good. It seems a little overtuned to me, honestly. Which makes me think it's bait. It could be bait before Sea Whale 7, potentially. Although every banner can be a bait banner, including Sea Whale. I think Desperation 4 is going to be a big deal because it'll help people kill miracle effects. Fallen Maria is a menace in summoner duels. Not so much in like Ether raids, but yeah. Lysithea seems pretty strong to me. She hurls flaming biscuits at you. Alright, Knightly. So Sigurd is a cavalry blue tome. You notice how, like, when it comes to heroes that start out as cavaliers, they almost never turn them into infantry units. Same for flyers. So like Sigurd, he started out as a cavalry unit, and he never got an infantry alt. I think it's because of the way they do the sprites. Something about the sprites. They don't ever want to make a sprite for a flyer or a cavalry, and then turn that into an infantry. Anyway. Knightly Manor. Start special trigger, start a combat if unit's HP is greater than 25, grants plus $5 stats. Unit makes guaranteed follow-up attack, and deals damage equal to 15% of unit's attack. And also, if foe uses sword, lance, axe, magic, staff, dragonstone, or beast, foe cannot counterattack. Why? He just gets like super omega. Yeah, I guess. Well, no, it's not even his wind sweep. It's like everything sweep. Also, he can still he can still follow up. Nothing's stopping him from following up. Yeah, it's like at first glance his perf seems undertuned, but then you're like, well, he just attacks everything without getting counterattacked. Unless, yeah, so is it just daggers? That's so strange. Sword, lance, axe, also bows. Axe, magic, staff, dragonstone, or beast. So if you're like a ranged melee, you can counterattack Sigurd. You're allowed to, legally. Chivalric Aura. Start a turn. If unit special cooldown count is at its maximum value, grant special cooldown count -1 to unit. So that is the same as his other one. So he's going to have a cooldown special at start a turn, always. Boost damage by 25% of unit's attack. After combat, if unit special triggered, grants attack +6 to unit and allies for 1 turn, and unit and allies can move 1 extra space. So this is potentially really menacing if you like get Sigurd set up in a way where like he can attack, activate a special, and then get danced. He's not gonna put himself into Wings of Mercy range because he's not gonna get counterattacked. But the fact that he's not getting counterattacked at all could actually make it more possible for him to get danced. So you put him on like an Ether Rage defense team. He runs up, attacks you, and he gets danced by like Atari Azura. He's got Remote Sturdy, which is new, but we know what it does, and Seal Res 4. Sigurd seems pretty good. I think he's pretty strong for like the second unit on a seasonal banner. He's got a pretty unique gimmick too, with granting +1 movement to allies. He's going to be really strong in Ether Rage defense. You know who counters him though? Hopefully, Lucia, because Lucia can counterattack him. She's allowed to. We did get Null Sea Disrupt 4, right? Maybe Null Sea Disrupt stonks are going up. Now we got a real winner here. Is Ferdinand going to have a lot of speed and res? Is that going to be his deal? I don't know. He is a... Wait, is he a flyer? He's a flying green tome with T time set plus. That's so weird. Ferdinand doesn't usually have a lot of res, so that's kind of random. If you initiates combat... Oh, he gets Cancel 1. Okay. A tome that grants Cancel 1. If you initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed +5 during combat. And also, if units speed greater than foe speed, neutralizes effects of event units' follow-up attacks during combat. So it's similar to the dagger that we got about a year ago, but it also has NFU on it. Yeah, it's a pretty solid inheritable tome. It's got Canto, and it's got NFU. It's actually not bad. I can't think of anyone specifically that would want to use it, but like a fast green tome. Basically any fast green tome. Is Passion fast? I don't remember. What does together in T mean? Alright, so Ayra is going to be a cavalry sword. This is the first instance of a harmonized pairing getting repeated, because we had Dorothea and Lynn before, or Lean. I think genealogy, like, inspired Three Houses, right? With the Holy Blood and the crests. So I kind of like that they're getting like a crossover banner here. It's neat. We've got a 2-pager situation. T times edge enables Kanto, distance +1, max 4. So that's going to be like the distance she moves +1 instead of -1. XR special trigger at start of combat. If unit's HP is greater than 25, grants attack speed +X to unit. X equals 25% of foe's attack at start of combat -2, minimum 6, max 16. God. A small Victorian child would combust if they saw this. Okay. So you can get attack speed +16, on top of that, deals damage equal 20% of unit speed, and neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat. She doesn't have NFU. She sucks. Unusable. No NFU? Why even bother? She's got anti-guard, which makes sense for her because... Well, actually, does it make sense for her? Does anti-guard make sense on her? Does she need anti-guard when she's always going to have her perf, like, pre-charged anyway? Because, like, her perf's cooldown is 1. And then after unit special triggers, grant special cooldown count -1 to unit. It's always going to be pre-charged. I don't know what guard is doing for her. Alright, Supreme Astra. Boost damage by 40% of unit speed. At start of turn, if unit special cooldown charge cooldown counts, that's max value. Grant special cooldown count -1 to unit. Yeah, so she gets like times pulse 4 Astra. I think like the base effect is actually the same as like the original Astra perf that Ayra got. And yeah, anti-guard does not negate Scowl, I don't think. Yeah, so she's gonna have Flow Desperation, which is not... It is a tier 4 skill. It doesn't say 4 or 3. I wonder if you can learn this from Desperation 3. Inflicts speed defense -4 on foe. If unit initiates combat, neutralize effects that prevent unit's follow-up attacks. And also, if number of spaces from unit start position and position is 2 or greater, or unit's HP is less than 75%, unit can make a follow-up attack before a foe can counterattack. So yeah, Ayra is going to be a menace. She is very specialized to just, like, move 3 spaces. Excuse me. She's going to move 3 spaces, blow something up, follow-up attack before they can even counterattack. She's going to activate her special too while she's at it, and then she's going to Kanto 4 spaces away. I'm wondering, like, I guess maybe near save armors can still survive her with, like, defensive specials, but I'm not even sure about that. I guess she has no way to pierce damage reduction. That might be her greatest weakness, or maybe her only weakness. It's always or. You can do one or the other. Don't worry about having low HP. You can just move 2 spaces. Yeah, Ayra seems pretty nuts. Hold on, she also has a harmonized skill, I forgot, hey. Grants attack speed +6, Resonance Blades, and unit can move 1 extra space to unit and allies from the same titles as unit. So she's going to be a menace in summoner duels. And neutralizes any penalty on unit and allies. Okay, I like that because that is functionally a debuff. Unity stacking is so common now. Right? Unity stacking is so common now with Legendary Robin that wiping debuffs is actually it actually kind of holds her back, which I like. It's like you can get your +1 movement, but you lose your debuffs that you're using to buff yourself. I actually like this harmonized skill. And yeah, her max Kanto is 4.
Some more?
So she's not going to get Kanto 5.
Oh?
Have it.
Here.
Have some tea.
Wouldn't Felix be a better pair up for her? Just Mercedes seems especially random to me. I guess she's a good fit for the banner, but like with Ayra specifically. They're both they're both sword guys, Ayra and Felix. It's not a ship, I'm just saying. If you had to pick a character from 3 houses to pair with Ayra, why not Felix? Some really strong units in this banner. I'm still thinking I'm pretty sure I'm going to abstain from summoning, but Ayra's pretty nuts. So maybe I will go for Ayra after all, I don't know. And yeah, I would suggest everybody hold off on summoning until we see a whale 7. You may as well wait. Unless you're a whale.